Okay, so question here. How can I lose weight? I feel fat out of my friends. I feel the ugliest. Don't know how I could possibly lose weight. I've tried before, but I'm only in the ninth grade, and I barely have time to do anything when I get home. I don't eat breakfast or lunch. I only eat dinner, and I have a round face. Handlebars, well, they're kind of gone, but I have huge thighs. What handlebars? What's that mean? Sounds like you typed this from your phone and it's autocorrected. I'm 4'11", and last time I weighed I was 130 pounds. I checked, but that was months ago. Alright, so how do you lose weight? You're in the ninth grade, you're young, you're still growing. Man, this is a lot of these questions I've been getting are really on, teenagers. And I mean, the best thing I can really suggest is that you exercise and you just, take care of yourself, get into some sports. Since you don't have time, well, you're gonna have to make time. I was a fat kid, in high school. I mean, it wasn't until I joined football my senior year that I actually was able to change my body. I was pretty much the slowest person my whole life. But I'm in good shape now, and I'm a personal trainer, and I want to help you. I want to help put things in perspective for you. You being so young, it can be hard, because you're changing, a lot of hormones going through you, and it's tough. And you have to find ways to improve your confidence, and exercise is one of those ways. Lifting weights, doing sports. I think sports is probably one of the most important things you can do as a kid, because you get that sense of community, you get to work out with people and train. And sometimes you don't like it, sometimes you do. It really does put you in the right environment, because in school it's really about your education. But sometimes your education, if all you do is homework and you don't move around, some people are just not the type of people that get to be skinny by doing nothing. And no one will really ever understand this, because I was overweight, and there are people, and my brothers were really skinny, and they pretty much stayed lean pretty much my entire high school life. I was heavy. I went to 200. I was 230 pounds in high school. God, I was like 5'7". And it's not fair, so I mean, you're just not going to have, your body is your body. It's kind of what you're born with, it's what you're built, but that doesn't mean you can't change it and you can't improve it. I would just really work on your head and your mind, and that would be to find a way to get out there and exercise and get active. I would just say active, because exercise sometimes isn't that motivating to do. You just got to do something that's going to make you feel good with exercise. Like, that's why sports is such a big deal. Like, do tennis or do something. Badminton. If you're not very athletic, just pick something, because do softball, because it will allow you to be active. It'll allow you to just kind of focus on something other than just losing weight. But I mean, you can track your calories, but I mean, you're just so young. Being so young, you shouldn't be worried about your weight. So I would just focus on being really active. I'm guessing you're female, so I'm gonna say that if you were my daughter, I would say, I have a 15-month-old, and what I would say is, what would I say? I'd really try to keep image out of it, because it's tough as a teenager, and you kind of, I carried a lot of that stuff after I got out of high school, of this kind of poor self-image, and you shouldn't have to deal with that. Just focus on being happy with you, and working out, and doing some physical activity, some sports. And I answer this question kind of like I don't want to say monotone, but then just in the way I do, because I truly understand how you feel, because I've gone through it. A lot of people there's a lot of people that have, and it's when you're in the thick of it and you're not happy with how you look and how you feel about yourself, it's anything that anyone says is not going to make you feel better, because you want to wish you could just snap your fingers and you could just be someone else, or you can look like someone else, or you can look like that person in the magazine. And there's just a lot of things that are just so screwed up about what a perfect body is. And focus on taking care of yourself, being healthy, exercising, find some physical activity, and focus on building your confidence. And you can get that from sports. So probably not the answer you wanted, because I know all you want to do is lose weight. So if you want to lose weight, track your calories, God, I mean, for someone so young, I wouldn't even really want that. I mean, I would just focus on eating healthier. That's what I would do, and that would mean staying away from junk food, staying away from fast food, eating whole foods, stuff like. I mean, I would do some research on the paleo diet, try to eat like that. Don't eat a whole lot of just junk food. So, there you go. Hope that helps.